In the Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya, there lived a black family like so many others. Sophia, 35 years old, her husband John, 38 years old, and their two little girls, Liddy and Samia, aged 5 and 3. For 10 long years, they hoped for a better life. Sophia. John, do you remember when we arrived here? We were scared, but we were together. John. Yes, Sophia.
But I still believe that our future will be better. One day, we will leave this camp.
And that day finally arrived. The family received a welcome invitation from the United States. For them, it was a miracle, a new chance. Sophia. My daughters, we are going to America. You will go to school. You will have a real future. John. God has finally opened a door for us. But once settled in the United States, things changed. John started seeing other women. He stayed out late, spoke poorly of Sophia, and said he married her by mistake. John's friend. So John, do you really love your wife? John. Honestly, I think I made a mistake marrying her. These words reached Sophia's ears. Little by little, she became sad. She lost weight. She lost her joy for life. Sophia. John, I don't recognize you anymore. Why are you doing this to me, John? If you don't feel well, divorce. Even if you ask me for alimony, I will pay. I don't care. Sophia crying. I left my medical studies for you. I disobeyed my mother to follow you. In Africa, I was respected. Here, I am nothing to you anymore, John. That's your problem, not mine. 3 weeks later, Sophia made a difficult but courageous decision. Sophia, I can't live like this anymore. For my daughters and for my dignity, I have to leave. She left the house and rented a small apartment to restart her life with her children, far from contempt and suffering. Sophia speaking to her daughters. My darlings, sometimes life is hard, but a woman must respect herself. We will rise again. This story reminds us of a great lesson. Leaving a refugee camp for a new country does not guarantee happiness. Respect, love, and fidelity are more important than money or papers. Without these values, even the most beautiful dream can turn into a nightmare. A Broken Dream. Part 2. Sophia now lives alone with her 2 children in a small apartment. She works hard, without John's help, and without having reported him to child support services yet. She suffers in silence, but she holds on. Sophia, tired, speaking to herself. I do everything for my children. Even without him, I will fight. Meanwhile, John continues his life of excess. He dates several women and tarnishes Sophia's name everywhere. John to his friends. That woman is nothing. I ruined my life with her. His words hit Sophia like blows. Her heart breaks, but a new strength is born in her. Sophia, enough. I can't accept this anymore. He must take responsibility. Sophia then makes a difficult but fair decision. She goes to see the child support agents, child support office. Agent, ma'am, you have the right to protect your children. Sophia, I don't want revenge. I just want my children to have what they need. A few weeks later, John's life changes drastically. His salary is garnished. He no longer has money to go out or party. John's friend, why don't you go out anymore? John bitterly, all my money is gone now. She did this to me. Confrontation. John angrily on the phone. You think you can control me? I work with my hands and legs. You want to ruin me? Sophia, calm but firm. John, this is not revenge. It's for your children. You can't abandon them and tarnish their mother. John, furious. You destroyed me. You made me a beggar. You want to see me on my knees, huh? Sophia, bitter without trembling. No, John, you destroyed yourself. I just turned on the light. John, you think you're a queen now? You're nothing without me. Sophia, nothing? I'm raising 2 children without you. While you change women, I'm changing diapers and paying the rent. John, approaching. You stole my money. Sophia, no, I took back what you refused to give. Your children are not trash like you say I am. John, ashamed, shouting, you want to tarnish my name. Sophia, your name is already tarnished. I only told the truth, John. Silence, then rage. You think you've won. Sophia, I haven't won anything, but I'm not losing anymore. Narrator, John remains frozen. For the first time, his own words come back to him like a mirror. Moral lesson, freedom without responsibility destroys. Respect and justice are the only ways to heal wounds. He who runs from his responsibilities ends up facing his own faults. Broken Dream. Part 3. Fall and Rebirth. After the court's decision, John's life becomes a daily struggle. To pay child support, he is forced to work 3 jobs: in the morning in a warehouse, in the afternoon in a fast food restaurant, and at night as a cleaning agent. John, tired, breathless. I don't even have time to sleep anymore. All this because of her. But despite the exhaustion, John doesn't really change. He continues to see other women and tarnish Sophia's name everywhere. John has a woman. Sophia trapped me. She's a mean woman. She ruined me. Woman, if she's so bad, why do you work so much for her children? John, silence, then forced laughter. Forget it. You can't understand. Narrator. While John sinks into anger and fatigue, Sophia, on the other hand, slowly begins to revive. At Sophia's place. Sophia, help her children with their homework. Lidi, Samia, work hard at school. Your future is your true wealth. Lidi, Mom, why doesn't Dad come anymore? Sophia, because sometimes adults lose themselves. But we won't lose ourselves. Sophia resumes her studies. She enrolls in a program to become a nurse. She works during the day, studies at night, but she no longer complains. Sophia to a friend. Before, I lived for a man. Now, I live for myself and my children. Sophia is John's mistress. One afternoon, Sophia accidentally runs into one of the women John was seeing. The encounter is cold, heavy with unspoken words. Woman, are you Sophia, John's wife? Sophia, with a hard look. Yes. And you? Are you one of those he spends his nights with? Woman, embarrassed but provocative. He told me he's going to marry 2 women more beautiful than you. He even said that one of them has a prosecutor behind her, someone who can bring you to your knees. Sophia, with a bitter smile. Bring me to my knees. Tell him he's going to find out who I really am. He shared my life, my body, my sacrifices. If he thinks I am weak, he is gravely mistaken. Woman, are you threatening him now? Sophia, cold, calm, sharp. No. I am warning him. A man who used me to build his life will suffer 3 times more than he imagines. Not by magic, but by truth, law, and time. Moral lesson. The man who runs from his responsibilities exhausts himself in emptiness. The woman who respects herself builds a solid future. True victory is not making the other suffer, but rebuilding oneself. A broken dream. Part 4. The Trap. Despite his 3 jobs, John continues to lie. One evening, in a bar, he boasts in front of his friends. John, I work in 3 places but no one knows. Even the government can't track me. I used my cousin's names. John's friends. Are you serious? Even Sophia doesn't know. John, smiling. She thinks I'm struggling while I've already invested elsewhere. But fate sometimes plays in the shadows. Sophia's friend is in a relationship with John's friend. One night, between confidences, the truth comes out. John's friend? Your friend should know. John is cheating. He hides his salaries, Sophia's friend. What? Sophia will pay for that. At Sophia's place, Sophia learns everything. She doesn't scream. She doesn't cry. She makes a plan. Sophia, on the phone with a soft voice. John, Samia is sick. She is asking for her daddy. Samia is John's favorite little one. Without hesitation, he comes, evening at Sophia's. Sophia has prepared food. 2 large bottles of alcohol are on the table. John, surprised. Since when have you been doing all this for me? Sophia, calm smile. For the children and for peace. John drinks a lot. Too much. Nostalgia, alcohol, and memories even cloud his reason. The next morning, in Sophia's room, Sophia, cold. You have to leave. I don't want the agents to see you here. John in his head. Just a weakness, a moment. At the bar, John, drunk, arrogant. Women, they always think they can control us. Even Sophia, I went back to her place effortlessly. Woman at the bar. So what, John, with a scornful laugh. They talk too much, but they always come back. 1 month later, John's phone rings. Phone call, Sophia. John, I am pregnant. John, furious. Nonsense, you are lying. It is not my child. Sophia, calm. Let's go to the hospital tomorrow. You will see. John agrees without knowing the laws. Hospital, doctor. Sir, you are recognized as the father. Narrator. 1 week later, John receives a fine of $1,500 for attempting to deny paternity. John calls Sophia. John, panicked. Why did I receive this fine? Sophia, cold, determined. 2 years in America, and you never learned your rights and duties. You tarnished my name, committed fraud, lied. Now you pay. John, you want to destroy me? Sophia, no, I want to educate you through the law. Know that you kept tarnishing my reputation instead of minding your own business. So, I want to grind you to dust until you regret coming to America. Sophia tells him, I came here to America with you, and I can't sleep with another man if it's not you. Know that I need to have 5 children, and you are the one who will give them to me and pay child support until the end of your miserable days. You played with my dignity. Now, you're playing with justice. John, silence. Sophia, last move. You used me to build your life. Now, you will build mine with your responsibilities. John understands too late. He thought he was clever, but Sophia was no longer a victim. She had become a strategist. Moral lesson. One can deceive a woman, but one cannot deceive the truth, the law, or the consequences of one's own actions for long. A Broken Dream. Part 5. The Rise and Fall. 9 months later, Sophia gives birth to a boy. She names him Patient because she says, this child was born in pain, but also in patience. Phone call. Sophia, calm but firm. John, your son is born. He is already here. Get ready. Now you are the father of 3 children. John, shocked, trembling voice. What? Already? But my accounts are empty. Even the money I was hiding, the government found it. Sophia, the more you earn, the more you have to give. It's the law. It's no longer my problem. John, desperate. Do you really want me dead, Sophia? Sophia, no. I just want you to experience what I did. Responsibility without escape. John's life is getting even harder. He can no longer afford to dress properly. In bars, women avoid him. Woman at the bar. Before, you used to buy expensive wine. Now, you drink water. John, bitter. Water has become my champagne. John and his friend. John, listen to me. You are sinking. John, do you think I don't know that? I work, I pay, I keep paying, and I have nothing left for myself. Friend. Go ask Sophia for forgiveness. Go back to live with your family. With a new baby, the state will increase the pension again. John, silence, then sighs. Ask for forgiveness? From a woman I humiliated? Do you think she will accept? Friend, it's your only chance. At Sophia's, John stands before Sophia and her children, tired, emaciated, broken. John, in a low voice. Sophia, I came to ask for forgiveness. I've lost everything. I acknowledge my mistakes. Sophia, cold but dignified. Now you acknowledge? When I was crying, you were laughing. When I was short on money, you went out. When I was suffering, you despised me. John, I was blind, proud. Sophia, no, John, you were cruel. And today, I no longer want to live with a cruel man. John, desperate. I can change. Sophia, too late. Me, I've already changed. John, with tears in his eyes. Sophia, I want to die. I don't eat well anymore because of too much work. Please, I have no family here anymore. You are my mother, Sophia. I beg you. I can even sleep on the couch, even if it takes 20 years. Sophia. John, even seeing you, I am disgusted. John. Sophia, I am kneeling before you. I've already had my fill. Mama, you have won, and I swear before God that if I cheat on you again, may He kill me. I am ready to sign the paper. If I cheat on you, you take all my resources. Liddy, the eldest daughter, says to her mom while crying, Mom, please, you have to forgive him. Dad is losing weight, and I no longer recognize my father. Sophia. John, get out of my house. You're stressing my children. 3 months later, the alimony is officially increased again. John, alone, talking to himself. Mentally, I am dead. Physically, I am finished. The descent. John leaves for another state. He asks for social assistance. He lives with a friend, but he doesn't pay rent. Friend, sorry John, I'm moving. I can't support you anymore. John starts drinking hard liquor, smoking, losing himself. The landlord kicks him out. John is homeless. John now lives in a small tent given by a church. At night, he looks for a shelter. During the day, he begs for food. John, with a vacant stare, murmuring, I had a wife, 3 children, a future. Today, I don't even have myself anymore. Sophia and her children. Meanwhile, Sophia watches her children sleep. Sophia, whispering, "I didn't come to America to suffer. I came to survive, and now to succeed." Moral lesson. The man who scorns his family ends up begging for the world's love. The woman who respects herself turns pain into strength. True poverty is not money, it's the loss of dignity. A Broken Dream. Part 6. Forgiveness and Rebirth. 1 year later, as Sophia is finally starting to regain a stable life, her phone rings. It's John's sister, Samia, calling, with an angry, harsh voice. "Sophia, you are a devil incarnate. Even the cruel women of the Bible like Delilah, Eve and the others, you surpass them. Look at my brother now. When you were in Africa, he gave you everything you wanted. And today, you threw him out like a dirty sponge." Sophia, calm, composed. "Samia, my sister-in-law, I have nothing to say to you. You act as if you know nothing. If you really want to help your brother, come to America to take care of him." Samia, silence, then hangs up. 2 days later, another call comes in. This time, it's John's mother, Mama Yvette, 70 years old. Call from the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law, crying. "Sophia, it's Mama Yvette." Sophia, trembling. "Yes, Mom, mother-in-law. You know that in all your problems, I have always supported you. Even my son, I never approved of his behavior. But Sophia, I beg you, look for my son. You are the only one who can understand the pain of a mother losing her living child." Sophia, tears welling up. "Mom, I didn't want all this to happen. He's the one who pushed me too far." Mother-in-law, weak voice. "Sophia, I am tired. I am getting old. I was told that my son has gone mad in the street. If you let him die like that, it's as if you are participating in my funeral." These words pierce Sophia's heart. 3 days later, she starts looking for John. Sophia to an old friend of John's. "Tell me the truth. In which city is he, friend?" "He is in the north, near a shelter. A friend had taken him in, but he left." Sophia arrives at the place. She sees John, unrecognizable, thin, dirty, hungry, with tangled hair, lost eyes. John looks weak, delirious. "I am ready, angel from heaven. Take me, carry me away from this world." Sophia cries, approaches slowly. "John, it's me, Sophia." John slowly raises his eyes. "Sophia, am I dreaming, or am I already dead?" Sophia sobbing. "Forgive me, I let anger drive me too far." Sophia calls an ambulance, contacts his insurance. John is admitted to a detox center. Scene, detox center. Narrator. For a year and a half, John struggles against alcohol, against drugs, against himself. 6 months after his complete recovery, John starts going to church. He studies, he prays, he testifies. A few years later, he becomes one of the most well-known pastors in the state. Call from John, calm, transformed voice. "Sophia, when I was with you, you gave me 3 wonderful children, fidelity, love. But I hurt you. Today, I am a pastor by the grace of God, and if you hadn't let me fall, I would never have gotten back up. Today, I want to do things right. I want to pay the dowry to your family." John, silence, then softly. "Sophia, will you be my wife?" Sophia, tears, a smile in her voice. "Yes, I do." Final moral lesson. Sometimes, God uses the fall to teach, suffering to transform, and forgiveness to heal. Love without respect destroys, but sincere forgiveness can resurrect even lost souls.